Hi everyone. There's an interesting development which has happened in the UK. The US gilt sell-off as Bank of England fails to soothe the market is a headline from Financial Times. 30-year borrowing cost shoots higher as government and central bank both seek to reassure investors. Why is everyone bailing UK even after they've rolled back the
No, they have not rolled back the entire
package,
package.
mini budget?
What they have done is they have taken away the top 45% tax slab, which they rolled back, saying that there will be no 45% slab. Now they are saying that 45% slab will be, but the rest of it will be there. Especially on subsidy on energy is going to be there. So this is going to cost a few billion pounds. And Liz Truss has to tell where she is going to pay for it. Because it is very clear that markets are like global markets are simple. Governments cannot create money. They have to just only central banks can create
Create
money.
money, yes.
So they have to balance books and tell where they are going to get the money from. Liz Truss implied is that she is going to cut the taxes, allow the economy to grow, and she said that she will finance the rest by bond payments. And the claim she made is that because she is taking less money from the people, the economy will stimulate and do well. The point is, it's the same problem as it is in India. The taxes she proposed initially only favored the rich. The rich have more money, they are not going to spend it. It's going to lie in the bank, they are not going to take it out. And that's exactly what they did. So the money is lying in the, if at all it goes out, it would have laid in people's bank account. After much fury, she did away with that proposal.
Correct.
But now she is saying there will be a limit to how much you can increase prices of gas. And this is the winter is coming and gas prices are very high. Electricity companies are going to increase interest rates, increase the rates of gas.
Correct.
So this means that heating and everything will be under pressure.
Not only for households, for businesses also.
For business also.
Yeah.
So business have said they will also pass on the costs along. So all this meant that she had to do something or seemed to be doing something. And she tried by saying that she'll limit the prices. And this was a cock and bull story even when she ran for UK Premier.
Yes, when she was campaigning.
Yes, during the campaign people warned this is not possible. But she kept insisting she has some trick up the pony. She has a secret trick and sauce in which she can manage. But unfortunately, she has not been able to manage. And even before she started settled down into the term as Prime Minister, there has been a crisis. And it now looks very clear that the Labour is going to sweep the next election.
Yes, they said the recent polls has pushed the Labour from a historic up of 300 seats all the way down to 3 or 4 seats now. I mean the latest poll. I mean polls can be wrong.
No. But what I am saying is, Labour, what was a historic mandate for the Conservative,
Yes.
has completely flipped in favor of the Labour. And Labour are comfortably up by more than 25 to 30 points. That means it looks like the Conservatives are going to lose 1 in 2 seats. So if this is going to be the news, the backbenchers within the party are very worried. It's not Liz Truss who is going to lose her seat.
Correct. I agree with you.
It is going to be the backbenchers who are going to lose
Yes,
seats.
but it's not Liz Truss' fault. No, this problem has been brewing for some time. Even Boris Johnson was.
No. But it's always the person who is sitting has to carry the can. The problem started way back in David Cameron's time. And they have not fixed it after that.
They've been kicking the can down.
They have been kicking the can down the line. And they thought that this inflation would never come. They had permanently solved inflation. But unfortunately, you print money and give it. Inflation will come, and
Eventually
inflation
has
has
to
come. And along with inflation, what is happening is they are having severe recession. This is because they have also they have cut away with the EU.
Correct.
So they don't have easy access to labor.
Yes, labour and market also.
Mainly labor.
Yes.
They need labor and they are not getting cheap labor. And also what has happened is, the whole idea was they will do FTA agreements to solve problems. But now if you look at FTA agreement with India, which was supposed to sign by this end of October, has now gone out because the Home Secretary, who is an ethnic Indian, has said these Indian guys will overstay. So this FTA agreement was supposed to be with a freer visa regime.
Correct.
And therefore she says we will not give them sign the FTA. The Indians have gone back and said, okay,
If you don't want us,
you don't want us, we don't want you. Because
yes.
anyway, you are not big sheikhs anymore.
Correct.
We are bigger than you.
Correct. Our economy.
My economy is bigger as a size than yours.
Yeah, we made recent headlines saying we've
We've
overtaken.
overtaken you. So what if you don't give a special FTA? It doesn't matter. Because for all that matters, whether it is Chorus or JLR, the Indians have already, the Tatas have taken over Tetley. So Tetley, JLR and Chorus,
Land Rover, yes.
everything is lying with the Tatas.
Correct.
So you don't give us an FTA, we don't have any problem. FTA was for the Britishers to sell something here. There is nothing that the British makes that India wants tomorrow. They are not great luxury brands that Indians are desperate to buy. Indians are desperate to buy Italian luxury goods. There is nothing in England
Correct.
that India wants to buy tomorrow. There is nothing.
True.
You can, do you know that any of big English brand which you would like to buy tomorrow? No.
No.
Maybe you like some Scotch whiskey, that's Scotland. But that's about it. There is nothing much in England that you want to buy. But anyway, the FTA is in trouble. And overall, the economy is going to get bad to us.
Correct.
And as the economy gets bad to us, the Prime Minister is more unpopular. The whole stability, the Bank of England has now said that the entire stability of the financial system is a problem.
Correct.
Because what has happened is these pension funds, there are pension funds.
Yes.
Now, what these guys had done is because interest rates are kept low, they had taken derivative positions. They had liability products. So, they had taken credit derivative positions and gone long. Basically, borrowed against the money and gone double long so that you will get more money. But when the market moves against you, leverage position, the losses also hurt.
Very true.
If it moves in your direction, profits magnify.
True.
If the losses go against you, then the losses are also going to hurt. Now the losses are hurting. So this pension with liability products. Now what has happened? They have gone back to the companies and said, "Boss, you need to put more money in the
Fun.
retirement pot
Yes.
so that we can give what we have committed. We cannot do anything much." The country is already going through recession. Already there is no earnings. You ask these companies to pay more for retirement, where will they pay?
I agree.
So they are overall in a big soup because you cannot allow these pension funds to go out. And England as a country is now a old country because you have allowed neither allowing the Indians to come in, nor are you allowing East Europeans to come in, nor do you want the West Indians to come in. So where will the economy grow? Economy is nothing but a gross sum of turnover.
Correct.
For you to increase turnover, you need more people.
True.
The English are not producing, nor are you allowing more immigrants to come in. Some of America's problem itself is they have lessened the number of immigrants they have allowed over a period of time.
Correct.
So this is overall hurting the GDP. It's a self goal for the English.
Yes, but even if you look at it like this, even if you manage to get the Tories out, let's say have a snap election and put Labour in, they don't have any solution to all this.
They will have to go back. See, the Labour has been very clear. The Labour is not Eurosceptic.
Correct.
They can go back, lick their wounds and say, me and you, bye-bye. That is, we are both brothers.
Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
And try to convince the British public that we need the EU friends.
Then only if you call for a referendum. No.
Do you think that is possible?
Otherwise, if they don't go back to the EU, there is no way England is going to get itself out of this.
So the short-term pain might turn into a long-term
It is-
generational pain.
It is a generational pain, no? So last 2 years because of COVID, after the Brexit, they have not had any bounce, which they promised. So Brexit is serious trouble, right? and they are continuing to be in recession. The problem, like one you told me, and you went to England and came back. Vignesh told me he is studying in King's College. To fix an damn AC, you have to take a council permission, right?
Yeah.
Now, listen, this is what he told me.
Yeah. We're
Normally,
talking
you
about small
do,
villages like Cambridge and all that. Yeah. True.
but I'm telling you, this is the
Yes. Yes.
problem,
True.
right?
You want to cut
It's
your
a bloody
trios? Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
It's bloody freaking hot.
Yeah.
I need to switch an AC. I have to go to council for a building permit to put an AC,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, so far it was all papered over because there was no need for an air conditioner.
Correct.
Now, but if imagine in India, if I have to go to the government and imagine how much money that guy will make me out of me.
Correct.
For adding an AC, I have to get a
Yeah.
signature from a corporation officer.
Yeah. Thank God we got rid of that kind of bureaucracy.
You still have the bureaucracy
Yeah.
with building plan approval and all that. But looks like England has got its act completely warped,
Correct.
and it's not easy for business. So I don't think there is going to be
Do you
any
think
easy.
there's a generational split in UK? Meaning there's a bunch of old people who wanted to go back to the good old days of the empire, and there's a bunch of the younger generation and the migrant generation which want to go towards EU, and they
No,
say,
no, the problem in all democracy, which I think I made a point once, is that once you come up to a democracy, it's always about instant gratification.
okay,
There is no long term thinking.
by the public.
Public will never think long term. But you have not had leaders who can think long term. And social media has made sure there's an attention deficit. And it is always now, today and now, and just now. It's not even 5 minutes from now. So, where will a leader be able to think and push through a long term vision? Very difficult.
Talking about leader, do you think it would have been any different if the ex-chancellor was made into prime minister? Do you think he would have had any better shot at this?
His initial plan was definitely better. He wouldn't have cut taxes. He would have suffered. And definitely this panic like situation wouldn't have happened. They would have struggled through it for 2 years. But whether he would have recovered is something else to know. But he would have definitely struggled through 2 years. And then still Labour would have won, is my feeling.
Okay.
But this move of the Conservative Party has handed it over to the
Like
Labour in
free
a
kick,
platter.
yes, on a platter, yes. Anyway, it's interesting times for UK and people who live around UK to see what's going to happen. Let's wait and watch.
Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like the content, hit the like button, press the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.